Do you believe that meditation could possibly be the solution to all of your problems? I know you're probably groaning from over there going, God, everyone's talking about meditation and how could it possibly be the solution? I'm going to show you in today's episode exactly how meditation works, how it can be fun, and how you can begin to start shifting your life to a more powerful experience. I hope you'll join me. Stay tuned. Let's get into this episode. Welcome to Life Mastery for Women. I'm your host, Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Join me here 3 times a week for empowering conversations, powerful tools, and techniques to help you experience more joy, healing, and deeper connections in your life. Get ready, ladies. It's time to get that nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. Life is hard, but your personal growth doesn't have to be. Hey ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I'm finding you meditating daily. If you're not meditating daily, then it is my intention that in today's episode I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. I really hope that you have begun your meditation practice. I remember starting I went to a meditation class. This was years and years and years and years ago. And I giggled through the entire thing. Like I just sat there and something was funny. I was there with a friend of mine. Something was really funny and I was trying to maintain this quiet and it just didn't work for me. And I thought it was kind of dumb, right? Now I was probably, my early 20s. And I'm 50 and a half right now. And 3/4, September is my birthday. But I really thought that it was kind of dumb. And now as it's coming out all over the place, people are like, really? Like meditation is going to solve all of my problems sitting there quietly? How is that going to solve my problems? Well, let me tell you something. The physical being of you is a very, I want to say, and I'm going to take this as a whole, but the physical being of you is really just a suit. It's just a carcass that you're walking around in. And that part of you, that carcass, has very limited power. You have physical power. You can lift things up and push things around, and you can think, but you really don't have what it takes to make the change stick. Okay? You're kind of working against, and you have these 5 senses that allow you to experience and explore the world around you. Okay? But there's this bigger part of you that is housed within the human suit. And it is connected to everything around it. Every physical, everything. It has this frequency that it carries this frequency, and then it gets diffused through the human suit. Are you with me? So this spiritual being that's housed inside your human suit has a frequency, and it pushes it through the human suit. But if the human suit doesn't quite agree with it, it diffuses and kind of distorts that frequency. Okay? Are you with me on that analogy? So what happens when you are faced with some challenge? When that happens, the physical suit wants to solve the challenge, wants to solve the problem, wants to find a solution. And what it does is it does the best it can based on the limited knowledge that it has. Because there's a knowing, this intuitive knowing, the gut instinct that you just can't explain how you know. You know, but you don't know how you know. But it's a truth. There's this inner power that is inside of you that cannot be tapped into through just the human experience. You can't reach it that way. You can't just reach it through thought. You have to reach it through your emotional state. That's how you align with it. In alignment, what that means is that the spiritual version of you and the human suit are in agreement. And you can't, the spiritual version of you can't be in a negative state. So when the human version and the spiritual version are in agreement, you're in a very high, powerful frequency state. I hope this analogy wasn't too crazy and wasn't too confusing. But it's kind of a whim. I had to go with it. It just came to me. Hope it was okay. So now, how do you get into alignment? Well, this, my friends, is where meditation comes in. Here's a practice for you. And I'm going to recommend that you somehow get on board to go, you sit and look at your life and go, okay, I had these problems. I've had them for a long time. I'm just not making the change. The intentions just aren't, it's just not working. My life just isn't working. If that is you, then I encourage you that meditation, just give it a try. Give it a try and journal your experience. Journal how it changes, how it shifts, how you feel, how the things that show up in your life. I mean, I started meditation practice. I find a $20 bill. I'm like, okay, can I prove that or not? Well, I'm going to keep meditating. Oh, and then I get a job promotion. Oh, and then I get a speaking gig. Oh, and then I just got a raise. Like, holy crap. Like, the stuff is just really starting to fall through. Oh, all of a sudden I feel amazing. Oh, I just had a really good day today. I made a mental note of that, and it encouraged me to keep going, because here's what happened. I go 7 days, I go 14 days, I go 27 days. It's great, it's great, it's great, it's great, it's great. And then all of a sudden I stop for a couple of days and my life just goes right down the tubes quick. I have a bad day, I have a bad mood, my car breaks down, right? We don't want to come down from there. So you want to stay. Once you are seeing that it's improvement, that should give you the confidence to keep going. It should give you the confidence to just keep going. Here's my question to you. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Is what you are doing working? Is what you are doing working? Is it solving the problem? Do you feel better? Is your emotional state better? Is your health getting better? Are you feeling amazing? Do you have this overabundance of energy? Do you have this overabundance of solutions coming easily? You know what I really love? Here's what I love about it. Problems, challenges, all those things still come. All those things still show up in the world. But it's better because I feel a sense of calm even when all kinds of holy moly is going on around me. I maintain this sense of calm. And you know what else? It's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't care what's going on. It's not because I don't care, I don't have compassion or empathy, because I totally do. As an empath, that's all I have is empathy. But I will tell you what. I get solutions easily, and when those solutions come and I'm in straight alignment, my body and my spirit are in alignment, I have all the power and strength that I need to implement that solution. That's what's fun. When I come out of a meditation and all of a sudden I have not only this calm state where I don't feel like the world is tipping me off my axis, but I have a solution to the problem. I come right to the game with a solution. And I can implement it. I have the energy, I have the tools, I have the resource, I have the people. All of a sudden, everything is just in alignment. That's when the game gets really fun. That's when the game gets really fun. And that game is life. Life is not meant to be this torturous thing that you are experiencing. Life is meant to be lived, experienced, expanded, explored. But we have to start using that energy that's inside. We have to start tapping into the bigger part of us, the bigger energized part of us that is so powerful and so fun to tap into. When it comes to meditating, it can be fun. It is not necessarily this sit down and go inward. That's part of it. But my thought is, make it fun. Make it fun. Make your space that you're going to meditate in fun. Put stuff in that space. Like I created a meditation station, and then of course I get to go shopping, and I buy some statues and some candles and incense. I love incense. And so I create this beautiful space that I love to be a part of. I'd love to go there, buy a cushion, buy some tapestries, make it really, really beautiful, and put stuff in there that immediately makes you feel better. I love that about my meditation space. I love it. And I want you to do the same thing. Now, we do have some meditation products. I'll just throw that out there as a little tiny commercial break, but go to the meditationroomtc.com, and it's our little storefront. We have tons of, different meditation tools to help you get started. And it's a lot of fun to build it. That's my little commercial. And that's kind of where this started. But when you have this meditation practice, and you begin to shift into the power of your meditation practice, and you start to see those results, first, you're going to start seeing that you just feel better. Your emotional state is starting to mellow out. Then you start to get the downloads, ideas, solutions. Things just start to like show up in the world for you. Then opportunities. Now other people get involved. There's other people where they just, all of a sudden your friend who you haven't seen in years has come into town and you get to visit. Your boss comes over and wants to give you a promotion or a raise or a bonus. Okay? All of a sudden your mother-in-law is being really nice to you. Your kids are doing really good in school. Well, maybe before they were getting in trouble. So things start to shift. Opportunities start to show up for you. And then the physical world starts shifting. Then you find the $20 bill on the ground. Then you get an opportunity. Maybe you win something. Maybe you win a free dinner. Maybe someone invites you out to coffee and they buy your coffee for you. Things in the physical world start shifting. You all of a sudden wake up and you're like, oh my God, my body doesn't hurt. For like the first time in 15 years, I don't have a headache, right? It's kind of exciting. This is when it becomes the game. This is when it becomes so exciting that I encourage you to start. Now, here's what I'd recommend. 5 minutes. 5 minutes and just go inward and just start to feel how you feel. Feel how your body feels. Start to explore the energetic part of you, which is your body, which is your spiritual being. Start to explore your emotions. What do they feel like? What does anger feel like for you? What does happiness feel like? What does love and passion and excitement feel like? When you think of something long enough that induces an emotional response. And then, okay, what emotion is that? Where is that located in my body? What color is it? All this seems really weird, but this is a whole new world to start exploring. And I don't know about you, but I love adventure. I love exploring. I love curiosity. And it's like, just go in there and just see what's going on. I remember, so we do these expos, we sell our product, and I do healing. I do these intuitive healings is what we're calling them, but it's energy coaching. So I work with the energy of the person. I connect intuitively to the person who's sitting across from me, and I basically tell them some of the pain points that are in their life. I have all the clairs. So clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant. I have all 4 of them. And some are stronger than others, just depends on the person. So sometimes I hear things, but mostly it's claircognizant and clairsentient. I just know and I just feel. Those are probably the strongest. And I sit across from this person. I'm like, okay, hey, did you just pass out this morning? And she's like, oh my God, yeah, I passed out this morning. My husband hurt his back. I was like in the middle of the night and woke me up out of a dead sleep, and I went into the kitchen to get some ice for him, and I passed out when I was in the kitchen. And I felt it. So I connected to her and I felt it. I said, okay, let's explore these things, right? This is raising our intuition. It's tapping into this energy, tapping into and understanding. Every single person on the planet has this capability. Well, I'll tell you what, when we can tap in and we can get solutions and we can start to feel and explore, it is a lot of fun. You get the experience of this spiritual being in your corner. And that spiritual being is a higher version of you. Now, if you listen to the last episode where we talk about this internal spiritual energy that's inside you sitting in this human suit, we explore the human suit with our 5 senses. That's what we're used to. But the spiritual being that's inside, that's the one you want to befriend. And you do that through meditation. You can't communicate and just this beta brainwave, which is this alert state of mind, you can't communicate to your spiritual being, your higher self, the godlike version of you, through that beta brainwave. You must shut down the 5 senses. So we do that by closing our eyes. We do that by going inward so we can shut down the hearing, the smell, the taste, the touch. We go inward so we can shut down those 5 senses and tap into the powerful sense, the 6th sense, getting into our intuition, tapping into and community. You're tuning the dial on the radio station to get to that frequency. And we have to do that by going inward. And it is one of the most powerful things that you could begin to do. And let me tell you it this way, one of the most powerful gifts you can give to yourself is by creating that meditation space. And when you go in and you start exploring, just explore, get in that curious space and just sit there quietly, your brain is going to start shooting off in all these different directions because that's what our brain's supposed to do. And you just have to keep controlling it. Nope, go back to my breathing, go back inward and start to use a scene, use your imagination, use a scene that induces an emotion. And when you go there, explore that emotion, not the story. So I tell myself this story, I feel this emotion. Let's say it's frustration. It's okay because you're exploring. You're exploring the energy. And I'm telling I have this story, I have this vision of this thing and it's frustrating. Now stop telling the story and go, what does frustration actually feel like? Where is it in your body? And you go inward enough, you're going to see it. You're going to see it, you're going to sense it, you're going to feel it. Oh, it's in my shoulders. Okay. What does it look like? What's the temperature? What's the size? And it's one of the most fun things to do. You might think this is the weirdest thing anybody has ever asked you to do, but I'm telling you, this is the beginning. And if you can get this place of curiosity, you'll be able to do it. And then eventually you go in and you do something on purpose. You elicit an emotional response in the body on purpose. Now, why would I do that? Because remember, in 2 days ago or 2 episodes ago about intentions, I say the way to communicate, that frequency that you send out is through your emotional state. So the more that you can use your mind to elicit a specific emotional state, you are sending out that message to the universe. I want to feel more of this. Because if you're an angry person, if that's the emotion that you're dealing with, if that's your thing, you are creating more anger in your life because you keep sending out the emotional frequency of anger. So that emotional frequency goes out and goes, hey, universe, I want to feel more anger. And the universe goes, okay. I don't know why, but okay. So now I'm going to change the picture, the language, the movie that's playing in my mind to something that elicits positivity, that elicits happiness, that elicits joy and excitement and adventure. And once I can get that down into my body and I can push that frequency out into the world, I have to do it a lot, right? I have to change it a lot. I can't get out of meditation and I'll go be angry again. So once I can do that, once I can take my mind and push it down in my heart, and I'm like, okay, yeah, look at me. I'm not even watching TV or playing a video game or scrolling on Facebook. I am feeling joy simply because I want to, simply because I pictured something in my mind and I'm feeling joy in my body. Holy crap, like this is cool. And now I feel joy. So I'm communicating joy out into the universe. That's the frequency I'm sending out. Like, Jen, this is really cool, man. Like, I haven't felt joy in 1,000 years, right? And I go, keep doing that. The only reason you don't have what you want in your life is because you aren't spending enough time in the frequency of that thing. Everything that you want, whether it's a physical experience, an emotional experience, a physical thing, they all have a frequency. They all carry a frequency, and your body, your energy is not tuned into that frequency to bring that thing to you. You're tuned into a 2.0. Well, you're getting 2.0 experience. Try to tune into 4.4. Higher frequency, go up the scale, more positive energy, go up the scale. And when you go up the scale, you start to experience better things. More peace, more joy, more love, more calm, more relaxation, right? Okay. So when we go inward, this is just part 1. I just want you to just go in and start to explore. I just want to make an impact enough on you that says, you know what, I'm kind of curious. Like, I think I want to solve this problem. Like, I don't know, she could be right. And my thought to you, my question to you is, what have you got to lose? Let's do it. Let's go. Are you tired of dealing with that problem? Let's freaking go, man. Let's do it. Let's create our space that we're going to go and meditate. You can meditate any single place you want to. Now, after you meditate, pay attention to this. After you meditate, in just 5 minutes, I want you to make sure that you're going to set that in motion throughout the day. And if you haven't listened to the intention, it was two episodes ago, go listen to that one. Okay? Because listening to that one, you're going to understand like setting the energy in motion. And then to have those reminders when you start to elicit that response, you start to go in, you start to feel good. Once you come out of that meditation, you have to sort of keep that momentum going. Don't come out and now get pissed off and angry and fly off because you just kind of are undoing what you just did. So you want to try to carry that energy throughout the day that you want to elicit, that you want to start experiencing. Okay, I hope this found you well. I hope that you can continue to do this. Just start the practice. Start it. And if you miss a couple days, it's okay. Don't jump and don't give up. Start again. Do it again. And if you need some help, themeditationroomtc@gmail.com, and let's talk. Thanks for listening. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would love for you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment as to how this has inspired you. If you're interested in learning about our Lady Leaders Retreat and to join a community of women who connect, heal, and create a life that is full of joy, inspiration, and empowerment, then send me an email at themeditationroomtc@gmail.com. Subject line, let's talk. And I will set up a time for us to have a conversation. And in the meantime, keep going, growing, and transforming, and keep looking for those nuggets of inspiration.